people have to understand the same people that are scared to death of AI now, some of the same consciousness said the same thing when the original telephone came into being. Some of the people said the same thing when they saw the first Model T pull up beside a horse and a buggy. I'm never going to drive one of those. I'm never going to jump on that big bird that has those big engines and fly from America to Europe. I'm never going to do all that. Well, I'm never going to use a mobile telephone because I'll get brain cancer. So look how much that same mindset paid off. Look at the billions, the trillions of wealth that were made by the people that didn't listen to that mindset. That's number one. I'm going to address that because we've been around 3,000 years. So we've seen this mindset come up all the time. It's just based in fear, but it's also not only based in fear unconsciously. It's the deep state and the dark side using it to keep the people down, keep you from investing in what's called a long shot or a trend. Now, let me now address Musk. Musk fits into the category of a lot of the principles we share here at Mastermind. Think about what we've been hitting home with this audience for a year now, constantly. The redistribution of wealth. If you followed what he's been doing from PayPal to now, you'll know that this guy really understands redistribution of wealth. Number two, what is the other thing that I really feel is even more powerful than the redistribution of wealth? Creating brand new economies, See, his stock stays stable even after it splits 2-1. Why does it still stay stable? Because the people are riding on his innovativeness, his creativity. The man's a creative genius, to say that. He is, right, to the techno market and the AI market, like him or love him or hate him, what Donald Trump was to the hotel industry. What Donald Trump did when he walked into a Manhattan bank at 27 years young and says, I need enough millions of dollars, only 27 years old now. And he says, I'm going to go redo the Hyatt Regency right where the Grand Central Station is. And I'm going to brand my new brand. And what did he do? The Hyatt Regency. He took out all those old glass and he created that glass look that he has. And later that became the Trump Towers and stuff. He went in there and he talked those guys out of millions of dollars at 27 years old. And that's, by the way, when the Lama told me to start following his career. And I followed his career all the way to the presidency. Lamasery knew 10 years before Trump was ever elected that Trump one day was going to be president. And they knew hands down in 2015 that he would be the one in 2016. Remember what I've said about him. His number means 9. And remember what the number 9 means, return to. Return to what? But return to. Well, you think about this whole age right now is about returning to. So again, the same naysayers, there's two levels of naysayers. There are the ignorant naysayers, and then there are the arrogant naysayers. The ignorant naysayers are just fearful to learn anything. The arrogant and hubris naysayers are using that mindset so that you will not raise your stripes in life. So the average person will not become a Donald Trump or a Kiyosaki one day. And yet, and right in front of our eyes, all these billionaires and trillionaires, it used to be, if I was Mary Kay or if I was Bill Gates, I would open up my garage and that would become my first office and my first warehouse, and I would become a billionaire. Today, all I need is a laptop, an internet connection to get with people like Jimmy Swin and people he knows, and I can build the next $1 billion business right from my house with my bunny slippers on if I want to. That's it. I'm going that he's creating brand new economy. So I would not put him in the likes of Google, Microsoft, Netflix, because they're not doing it. The other thing of it is, a final thing that'll tell you this is true, is you also want to look how embedded they are with each other. See, the problem with when you start letting politics rule business decisions, then you start getting blind to prosperity, and you get blind to creativity because you're cutting off the divine connection with the Almighty that gives us the inspiration for new ideas. See, I love Musk because he doesn't align himself with anything. He says, I'm just going to go for the innovative. And let me tell you what's going to happen with this cell phone. It won't be a cell phone. It'll be a satellite phone. And that satellite phone will be the first phone that I can call globally anywhere in the world for the price of what I can call anybody right down the street. That's what's going to be the thing. And when he starts putting robots in your house at about $20,000 a month, and they can do 80% of your chores, clean your pool, mow your grass, clean your kitchen, you don't think the man's not onto something? I would, like Joseph said, I would not bet against him for the reasons the Lama series just shared with you. That's all I got to say.